You know that feeling, right? You look up from your phone and, whoops, an hour has just completely vanished. That feeling of being sucked into an endless scroll, well, it actually has a name, the algorithm trap. And today, we're going to break down exactly what it is, and more importantly, how it can start to reclaim our most valuable asset, our attention.
I mean, it happens to the absolute best of us. You just pick up your phone to check one tiny little thing, and the next thing you know, you are deep, deep down a rabbit hole of videos and posts and things the algorithm thinks you want to see. You're not going crazy. This feeling is literally designed into the platforms we use every single day.
And this quote it gets right to the heart of the problem. See, our brains are wired to give us a little hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical when we feel connected or learn something new. Social media platforms, they know this. But their goal isn't really genuine connection. It's engagement. They exploit that very human need to keep our eyeballs glued to the screen, feeding on our attention.
So that feeling of getting lost in your feed, it's not just a personal thing, it's not a lack of willpower on your part, it's actually part of a much, much bigger system. So let's pull back the curtain and actually define what we're talking about here.
Okay, so here's the textbook definition. The algorithm trap. It's when the automated systems we use every day, for entertainment, for work, for seeing pictures of our friends, end up quietly restricting our freedom, our creativity, and even our ability to make our own decisions. And think about it, this goes way beyond just your social media feed. It can influence the music you listen to, the news you see. It's like the walls of our world are slowly being pushed in without us even noticing.
And here's how that works. It's a feedback loop. The algorithm sees what you like, what you click on, and it just gives you more of the same, and then more and more. And while that might sound kind of nice and cozy, what it's really doing is creating a loop that slowly but surely shrinks your world, filtering out anything new, different, or challenging.
And this trap, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of problem. Oh no. It shows up in a bunch of different ways, across all kinds of areas in our lives, often in ways we don't even see happening. So let's break down 4 of the most common types.
So here are the big 4. First, you've got the content bubble, which just keeps reinforcing what you already think. Then there's creative homogenization, and that's a fancy way of saying it kills originality. Third, predatory targeting. This is where the algorithm uses your own insecurities to sell you stuff. And finally, the learning trap, which is sneaky. It'll show you how to do something, but it hides the deeper understanding of why it actually works.
All right, let's start with the one we're probably all a little too familiar with, the content bubble. The algorithm basically learns what you believe, and then it builds you a custom-made reality where everything you see seems to confirm those beliefs. It filters out opposing views, which makes it harder and harder to see the nuance in anything, really.
Now, let's flip the script for a second. It's not just us, the consumers, who are trapped. It's the creators, too. They're under this insane pressure to just follow whatever trend is going viral, to use the same sounds, the same formats, because that's what the algorithm rewards. And what you get is this, generic content pandemic, where everything starts to look and feel exactly the same.
Okay, that all sounds pretty dystopian, I know. But here's the good news, and there is good news. We are not powerless here. We can absolutely break free. The question is, how? Well, here's your guide.
So here it is, your 4-step escape plan. Number 1, intentional engagement. You have to actively train your algorithm. 2, diversify your feeds. You have to consciously go look for different points of view. 3, this is more for creators. Own your audience. Build those direct connections. And 4, for everyone. Prioritize human value. Choose quality stuff over whatever's just trending that day.
And this visual really captures the whole mindset shift we're talking about. It's about moving from passive, endless scrolling, just letting the feed wash over you, to active selection. Instead of just taking what you're given, you decide, you know what, I want to hear from this specific person, and you go find their work directly.
And look, here's some really specific, practical things you can start doing today. That not interested button, it is your new best friend. Use it. Use it a lot. Create curated lists on platforms so you only see who you want to see. Go join smaller, niche communities on places like Discord. And honestly, the most powerful tactic of all, log off and go make plans with actual, real people.
You know, all of these tactics, this whole escape plan, it all really boils down to one single, incredibly powerful concept. It's the one thing that no algorithm, no matter how smart, can ever truly automate or take away from you. It all comes down to this one simple word: choice. The deliberate, conscious act of deciding what you consume, who you listen to, and how you spend your time and your attention.
See, the whole system, the entire trap, it's built on us being on autopilot. It works best when we stop thinking, when we pick up our phone out of pure reflex and our thumb opens an app from muscle memory alone. That is when we are most vulnerable. And let's be really clear here. This is not easy. It's hard for a reason. These systems were designed by some of the smartest people in the world specifically to grab and hold on to our attention. Our own brain chemistry is literally being used against us. So the goal here is nothing less than to unhack our own minds.
And it all comes back to that one thing, one choice at a time. The choice to put your phone down and read a book. The choice to seek out an opinion you know you'll disagree with. The choice, as a creator, to make something weird and original, even if it might not go viral. Every single one of those small choices is a tiny act of rebellion against the trap.
So, I just want to leave you with this final thought, this question. Right now, the platforms give us whatever it is that keeps us scrolling the longest. But what if a whole bunch of us started choosing differently? What if we all started demanding quality and nuance and real connection? If we change the demand, eventually, they will have no choice but to change the supply. And that right there is a pretty powerful idea.